Hey there YouTube, Brad here, aka Unique FLH. Let's talk about HomeKit. We could talk about Harley Davidson, specifically the FLH touring models, or we could talk about my Audi A3 2010 that's been slightly modified, or we could talk about some BMX stuff when an old guy does BMX. But today we're going to talk about HomeKit, specifically how you can get more functionality out of the interface on Apple TV for use with HomeKit. I've always wondered why Apple doesn't provide more functionality and control of accessories through the Apple TV interface. A while back, they gave us a little bit of access to accessories, but it requires having a camera within the same room as those accessories. Since I don't want to put cameras everywhere inside my house, I grabbed a Raspberry Pi 4, I loaded it with HomeBridge, and then I installed the Ffmpeg plugin so that I could create dummy cameras to get around Apple's limitations. Before I get into the full explanation, just to be clear, this is going to take a basic knowledge of HomeBridge, and you're going to have to know what the terminal screen looks like within the HomeBridge UI. Okay, for Ffmpeg to work properly and to set up a dummy camera, the first thing we need is a still image to be the background. This is going to show up in your Home app on your mobile devices. It will also temporarily show up in the Apple TV UI. You can use any image you want for this still image source. What I did is I created a couple placeholder images for each room that I want to be able to control through the Apple TV. The next thing you're going to need is a video that Ffmpeg can use as a live source. All I did here is I took one of the room images that I created, changed the background color, and then I put it into iMovie and saved that solid image as a 3-minute video. Once you've chosen a still image and you have a video file that you want to use as your live feed, you can save both of those to, say, a Dropbox account and use those URLs. Or you can use the mkdir command and create a directory on your local Raspberry Pi to store the files on so that you do not have to pull them from online. Okay, once you've saved your image and your video file to a location, you're just going to go into the Ffmpeg settings and you're going to create a new camera. The video source is going to be the URL or the path to that, and then the still image source will be the path to that appropriate file. I do suggest that you go into the video output options, set the maximum frame rate to 1, and click the force maximums checkmark so that you're not using too many system resources while the live feed plays. Once you save and restart everything on HomeBridge, you are then going to see your new camera show up on your iOS devices. The still image will refresh every 10 seconds. If you open it up, you will get a video feed, but that's not what we're here for. Once your camera is set up, you can make your way to your Apple TV, open the Control Center sidebar, and you'll see any new cameras up in the camera section. You can open up the multi-camera view and you'll see all of your cameras there also. Now, Apple TV forces live view, so I do not recommend doing what I did and setting up 10 cameras. This is probably best for 1 or 2 cameras, but depending on your system resources, you can set up as many as you want. From there, just open up any of your cameras, click on the little icon at the bottom right, and it will then expand your view to see any accessories within the room that you place the camera in. So that's my tutorial on how to get around Apple's restrictions to make your Apple TV more functional. If you have a better way around their limitations, comment and tell me what it is below. If not, thanks for watching.